Hello, Myth Hunter. This is Professor Ragsdale, and I'd like to review the preliminary investigative report with you. It's a simple report, and it'll be used to begin your investigation of whatever myth you're using for that unit. So you're going to start your Myth Hunters investigation by reviewing some relevant terms and the myth in general that you'll be looking at. You'll use the report. You'll download it from the Learning Management System and open it up into Word or Google Docs or Google Drive and fill out the report, then save it with the same name that it started with and your initials or some name at the end that shows who you are in the file name itself when you save. Then when you want to get started, just simply place your name into the investigator category. And each one of these forms will have different information depending on the unit and on the myth that you're investigating. But I'm going to show you an example for one of the first myths in Unit 1. The myth for this report is Europeans brought civilization to the Americas. This concept is the idea that Europeans had civilizations, or they were civilized, and that the Americans, people living in the Americas, also called America's First Nations, that those people were not civilized, or that they somehow didn't have a civilization that they were living in. So the terms that we're going to be looking at for this myth are listed below on the report. For this particular term, these are Mayans, Aztecs, Anasazi, and the Powhatan Confederacy. So in the space provided, you will be providing a complete identification of the term, and you might want to review information about how to correctly complete an identification of a term, but it's more than just a definition or a couple of details. It needs to be a complete paragraph in full sentences with college level grammar, punctuation, spelling, all those things. And you want to be sure to identify details about this term that include who, what, when, where, and why each term is significant, potentially to the investigation that you're doing or in general to U.S. history. You're just going to want to make a note. Who's involved in this event, or who are these people? What are they doing? What are they known for? When did this happen? Now, when, that can be a date range or one particular date that's of importance to that term. And why each term is significant is something you're going to have to spend some time thinking about. It's not just written out for you in the textbook or anywhere else. So you'll have to think about, why is this important possibly to this investigation? So in this case with the Mayans, they're very important to this myth about Europeans being brought, about Europeans bringing civilization to the Americas. So once you have the identification, you will type the information here, sample identification. Then you're going to want to change any formatting that you want or anything like that to make it appear professional or college level work. When you have an identification completed for each one using the evidence listed below, in this case it's chapter 1 of your textbook, and or the video that is provided as investigation evidence for this chapter. So once you have those items down, then you will save this again. You might want to save along the way and submit it into the assignment. This is how you complete a preliminary investigative report. Remember, it's a good idea when you're done to run a spell checker, look over grammar and spelling. You want to be thought of as a professional and proficient myth hunter. Good luck!